Hey, chat, you know what's crazy? Taco Bell straight sold chicken wings, saw how successful it was, then downgraded to chicken nuggets.
Hello, I'm Jahoot's conscience, and ever since he was able to get the greatest shot of the world's largest steam locomotive, the big boy, the images have just been living rent-free in his head, and it's time for him to get out.
The fuck? Nigga, why are you talking like that? Don't you know that your crowd isn't millennials? You're dealing with Gen Zs. You need to be talking to these YNs like some streamers. Like, watch this.
Hey, yo, chat. What's up? Jahoot subconscious here. I really should be his main conscious, because otherwise he'll start getting some...
You know, you're acting like an intrusive thought. Do not pretend for the chat like you wasn't excited about the train just as much as me, if not more. I mean, yeah, but you know, you're glazing it. What'd you say, chat? Yeah. Straight glazer. All I'm trying to do is think of a clever introduction. Is that so hard, you know, brainstorm some things? I'm sorry, but that boat got more riz than you do. What you say, chat? On me, that boat going hella slow. Somebody said Steamboat Willie. It's gotta go slow because, like, you can't rush something that's beautiful, you know, and I like that the boat going slow because it adds more aesthetic to everything that's going on around it. It makes it seem like the world is really busy, you know, and then next thing you know, this big hunk of motherfucker come look at it. Like, wait, that beats. Did somebody just ask why is it moving so slow? You just gotta love it. Like, that thing is lovely. You can't rush stuff like this. Like, what kind of question is that? This is something you take in, you breathe it in. I ain't gonna fake it. We seen this video a dozen times in his head. You can speed through it. Absolutely not. I will not be trimming this down. Moments like this, you just gotta let it play all the way through. Man, this video is 7 minutes long. You can speed through this. And on top of that, we got other clips to get through. So either you gonna make this whole video based off this one scene or we gonna get through some more. Fine. But my favorite scene, I'm not cutting it down at all. I'm gonna let it play all the way through. Sound on me, chat. And you better not say a peep.
That gun clean though. Look. Oh man, you ain't get that.
I just don't get it. I don't understand how somebody cannot like trains, especially with shots like this. This is just aesthetically pleasing. The city in the background, giving it a true scale of what's going on. Then the Busch Stadium lights beaming down like on the grand entrance of this locomotive. Chat, this thing is beautiful. Hey, Chat, tell me why the Cardinals actually played this day and got their ass spanked by the Cincinnati Reds. Straight cost me a whole parlay. Well, I told you not to play. Man, out of all the times that you don't listen to me, you pick this one time and you talking about something.
Oh, the big boys coming to St. Louis. There's gotta be a good thing.
Man, fuck out of here. Is the train new? Nah, chat, this train old as fuck. Came out in like the 1940s. They just refurbishing it. 1941 to be exact. You see, chat, these trains started out in Cheyenne, Wyoming and hauled like heavy freight trains through the mountain terrains during World War II. They were basically designed to keep the needs of using two engines and kept it to one. They was able to crank out about like 7,000 horsepower. Only 25 were built, 8 were reserved, and guess what? We own one of them at the Museum of Transportation. Hey, Chet, you know what's crazy? Taco Bell straight sold chicken wings, saw how successful it was, then downgraded to chicken nuggets. That's like going from CEO to middle management. They could at least came out with some boneless wings. Nah, I ain't tried them yet. I don't plan on it either. I don't trust them. They don't have a fryer. And I refuse to eat air fried food from a restaurant. That's just the laziest shit ever. Air fryers are not the future. Air fryers actually suck to me. Like you can't replace grease. Like it's just not. I don't care what you say. Like you can't convince me that you can deep batter some chicken strips, throw it inside the air fryer, and it's gonna do the same, if not better, than what a pot of grease would do. It's not gonna get crispy. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. Like, if you believe it, you're lying to yourself just to be healthy. We're getting off focus here. We was just supposed to be picking out clips that are the best. Hey, I'm just here for emotional support. What are we talking about here? Here we go. Now, chat, this is where the real magic begins. You see, this is the second time that the big boy has ever passed through St. Louis. And when it came here the first time, it actually stayed a whole day. But last time it came here, it did something we did not expect, which was to hop onto BNSF rail line so it can back up towards Gateway Park and take a photo op underneath the St. Louis Arch. We missed out on that money shot last time, but we were determined not to make that mistake again. And it seemed like they were running behind schedule. So, given that, they were still willing to do it again, despite the sun was going down. And here's a fun fact. The diesel locomotive that's tailing behind it is actually a SD70M. The fleet of these diesels adopted the 4,000 unit numbers when they were built in like the early 2000s, but the diesel that had the 4014 number had to be renumbered to 4479 to accommodate the big boy once it was restored. And the diesel that's actually behind it is 4015. And the crazier thing is, the big boy doesn't even need the backup engine. It's moving on its own power. It's basically just there, just in case something happens. We at the part where the big boy finally turns into the Polar Express? Yeah, just in time. Now, Chad, if you ask me, this probably has to be the best moment out of this whole experience. Like, to just be able to be this close to the big boy at nighttime was just completely mind-blowing. We really got to see the big boy drive from day to night in modern time. It was completely surreal. Like, bro, this shit is hard as fuck. And we got to see inside the cab. Y'all know they was actually willing to let people ride inside the cab for $10,000. Well, hopefully we get 10K views off this video. Remember, chat, like and subscribe.
God, that's a real thing.
Okay, so technically what you're seeing is the day after. We decided to skip ahead because there's no point showing the big boy in rest mode. Now what you're witnessing is it departing from Amtrak's Gateway Station, backing onto the correct line as it's about to head down south, taking the historical Texas Eagle route. You see, moments like this is what makes me truly appreciate my city. Yeah, it might be small, but it has so much to offer more than you think. You got anything to add before my favorite moment comes up? Actually, I do. Mm, you know, you got away with words. I was told I can't speak during your favorite moment, so I decided to get it all out now. Touche. Here we go. Y'all want to know something crazy? Out of the 20 years these things were in service, and out of the 25 engines that were built, only one of them managed to derail because of a faulty switch, number 4005. Like, actually imagine this thing tumbling over and the possible destruction that came with it. Sadly, the engineer and the fireman died off impact because the tender smashed into the cab. But fortunately, the boiler wasn't too badly damaged and repairs weren't too bad, so they were able to put the engine back into service as if nothing happened. But once they took these engines out of service, out of the 8 that survived reservation, that was one of the ones that got reserved. Crazy, right? Why are you over there looking so gloom? I think you might want to take a moment of silence for this. Britt Allcroft passed away. No. Yeah. Ain't no way. How you? Chad. Let me know if he for real. Is he for real? Childhood gone. I mean, it was gone when All Engines Go came out, but this just put the nail on the coffin. Wow. On the 80th year anniversary of the Railway Series, bro. You gotta love how the big boy brings out the whole city, even though I'm probably the only black person that knows about it. Why you laughing? I don't know what you. Bro, chill. You mean. Somebody in the chat said we need to get the crown back from Shell City. Goodbye, chat. Live's over.